All right, we're... One moment. Much better. Now, so you're wondering what the noise might be. Well, just like the title of the video, my basement flooded. Yes, my basement where I have millions of cards was full of water. Yeah, that was awkward. So those of you that watched many moons ago, you will remember that I went over how I store things and why I store things the way I do. One of the things, as weird as it was, is I put 2x4s underneath my board, underneath all my shelving units, which raises them about 1.75 inches off the ground. Now you're like, oh, Richard, that's just so extra. But you can just protect the floor with little cups or tiny whatever else things. Or just throw us right on the floor like everyone else does. We're savages. Well, you see, Timmy's, I didn't lose any cards because my shelves were raised off the ground. Combined total of 4 inches, which means when my basement started to flood, all the water went right into the shelves. But they're 2 inches off the ground, so it's fine. Plus the shelf itself is another 1.5 inches, 2 inches off the ground. So I have 4 inches of water. Now, those of you that like to do math, if you can tell me how many gallons of water it takes to fill up a 5-inch deep, 1,000 square foot square of water, I'd be curious, because it's thousands and thousands of gallons of water. And that's why I raised them up a little bit off the ground. It makes them immune to the water damage. Now, however, there was a tragic loss of some fab bulk because I'm in the process of moving and doing all these things and organizing and getting things up and around and moved and adjusted. There tragically was some fab losses of bulk. It was like $4. I'll live, I swear. But yeah, that's why I do that. My basement did in fact flood. You can probably hear the fans running in the background. I have apparently managed to escape having to lift my floor. Fingers crossed, but fingers crossed, no problems here. You can't really see it in here, but there's carpet in my office in here for about like this far from the wall where the water had like seeped under the floor. My carpet was wet. So last night I'm sitting here for 3 hours with a carpet vac going, sucking water out of my carpet for hours. Pulled out gallons of water. And you can kind of tell, I've removed things from my wall that were not there. I give up. That's as far as we're going with that one. Earthquake! So I've removed things from my wall, and everything has been pulled away. My desk is lifted off the ground currently in a miraculous way I didn't think was possible. It's literally like kind of like cockeyed against the wall, resting on the trim. It's actually quite magical, I'm not going to lie. Like I'm a little bit impressed the desk is standing. And it's been standing like this now for 24 hours. But my carpet is mostly dry now. It's not wet to the touch. It's kind of like the 6 hours after you've just had your carpet cleaned. Like that's about where it's at right now. So it's that really like questionably damp but not damp feeling. It's very interesting. So it's mostly dry now. My floor in the main area is also dry except for one small spot under the flooring, which was like in the farthest centerpiece, and it's mostly dry as well. So everywhere else is good. My doorways are good. My main area is mostly okay now. My carpet's fine. Somehow with my basement flooding, with my flood mitigations, fans and sucking water out from underneath floor and whatever else, it appears we've managed to dodge mold and any damage. Miracles. Now, on to more fun topics. I'm not even in the country this weekend. No shenanigans. I need to buy tables for Collecticon, Atlanta. So, my solution for this, so I can load in more quickly, is to VPN into my computer from where I'm at, log in, do my purchasing, buy, and then go back to what I'm doing. it'll be quite interesting. I'll let you guys know how it all goes. As a backup, I will also have a computer there with me that I will attempt to do it locally on. However, not counting on that one. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed. And let's see, what else do we have going on? My basement almost exploded and lit on full of water. Ah, fun fact. I had someone who watches the channel reach out to buy some graded thingies. I have many, many things for sale. Many, many things. There's all of these beautiful, succulent gemstone mine. That's a nice one. Nice, what is that, Tempest? Oh, Weatherlight. Ooh, Coral Helm, Antiquities, anyone? Let's see, what else do we have? Ooh, the Dark. Some Goblin Wizards. Powerful dog goblin. He's powerful. Fear him, for he is mighty. Let's see. Ooh. The High Market with a typo on it. You see that lowercase h to start off with, but a capital M? Fun fact, I'm pretty sure that's a typo. Because it's supposed to have a little crossy thing on the top half there. So, whatever. It's fine. Classic quality control from Wizards. Beautiful. Bizarre Baghdad. You know you want it. I can't afford it either. It's fine. It's on commission. Ooh, the Guy's Cradle. Such bangers. There's so many bangers to have. So many beautiful cards. It's been a while since I've showed those off, so I just had to flex some slabs. But yeah, it's been a pretty crazy couple of weeks, guys. Like, I wasn't expecting my basement to flood, so that would have thrown a massive wrench into quite literally everything. Thankfully, it didn't. Miracles are good. I'm happy about that. Most of us are, especially my wife, because, goddamn, that would have been terrible. Just, oh, God. So, yeah, now my office looks like a hurricane again. You can't see it, but behind the camera over here, there is stuff piled like a good 2.5 feet high. Just packaging material, boxes of cards, Pokemon, this crap. Like, there's so much. There's an unexpectedly large amount, in fact. Was not planning on that. So yeah, that is what it is. In all of its glory. Hey, that was interesting times. So yeah, be fun. Let's see, I'll have confirmation for Atlanta this weekend. I'm going to be at Flesh and Blood Worlds. I think that's in November? I don't know. Something like that. So I'll be there for that. That'll be fun. Give away some more shirts. I had some people follow me there, and some giveaways happened. It'll be a good time. I think the next Flesh and Blood set is going to be ignored. Hot take. Those of you that are still listening, it's perfect. Everyone stopped listening around 5-6 minutes. So now this is where we'll get the really juicy bit, right? So I think everyone is going to ignore this upcoming Flesh and Blood set because they're looking at it like, it's just Heavy Hitters 2. It sucks. Bleh. Now, I have a hot take here. Heavy Hitters didn't suck. It did great on release. Still doing pretty well. It's $300 a box or case. It's not bad. Mistveil did incredible on release. Like $330 a case. Pretty solid. The next set, Rosetta, did incredible. It literally is $440 a case. It's incredible. Beautiful. The Hunted, $600+ a case. It's fine. It's a terrible product. No one wants it. It's terrible. It's horrible. High Seas, $500 a case. It sells out instantly. I got 3 cases in the restock. Yeah, 3. Doing one for box openings, and I'll sell the other 2. 3. How freaking abysmal is that? 3. And it's still $500 a case. Yeah, that's the thing. Heavy Hitters 2. Let me tell you what I think's going to happen. I think people are going to order a bunch. I'm going to order a whole shit ton. And hopefully I can get everyone's orders this time. Hopefully. In full. Fantastic. And I'm going to laugh my freaking ass off all the way to the bank, because that set's going to be surprisingly good. People sleeping on them super rares that are going to be re-announced. They're sleeping on the fact that it's got 40 expansion slot cards. Guess what released in high seas that everyone absolutely adores? Necromancer. Huzzah. Guess what's probably going to be in those expansion slots? A whole lot of Necromancer tech. Which means Necromancer's probably going to be a little bit better now, because he'll be more versatile. Which means there's going to be a lot of value in those Necromancer slots. Yeah, just saying. Also, Guardian's back. We got some more Guardian heroes. And one of them's a fine piece. Beautiful. I love good art. So great. I love good art. Yeah, we have a very slept-on set, in my opinion. And so that's where I'm going to leave this one with. I believe that you will be, yet again, nuts for skipping this set. I don't think it's going to do what Hunted did and bump up to $600 a case. However, I think it's going to hold very steady, just like Rosetta is now at $400+ a case. And I don't think it will struggle to do that. I think people will sleep on it and think it's terrible, and then it will be not terrible, and they're going to find out in the most surprising of ways that it is in fact a fantastic set. And I will laugh, ha 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 ha, because I will have a whole shelf full of cases that no one else can have, because I'll be selling them at $500 a case. Ha 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 ha. Evil investor. Ha 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 ha. Evil, the evilest, evil. That's me. I'm evil. Deal with it, nerds. I found a Pokemon box earlier in a box of bulk. That was interesting. Forgot I stuffed it in there. That's how you know you have too many boxes laying around. And too many cards. Bye, guys.